Hello and welcome to another episode of Hooks, Knits, and Dice. I'm Leila Croca. That's a mouthful, isn't it? Some of you are friends with me on Facebook and therefore are aware that I've managed to change my name partially there. They don't understand that Leila Croca is my first name, that I don't have a middle name, and that Lunda will be my first name when I change my name legally. So I'm called Lila Lunda. If they spoke Norwegian, they'd know they were calling me Little, and that was it. Because Lilla Kroka means little crow in Norwegian. That's fun. But it's a start. We'll see once I get all the documentation taken care of here to become a permanent resident, or if they don't approve that, to just continue to be a resident on the family visa. And when I am able to get my permanent residency, then I can begin with the process of changing my name, which hopefully won't be too difficult, but, you know, hope for the best, expect the worst, as far as anything goes with the governments. And I say the governments because it's two governments I have to deal with, and I apologize, my nose is so itchy, there must be bunny wool floating around. Let's see. Oh, finishing up the amigurumi patterns that I'm have written, really. I just have to transcribe my notes, which are a little worse than I thought they were. I should have been done a long time ago, but I made some mistakes while I was asleep. Not asleep, but I was sleepy, and so I had to go through my notes and what the heck was I doing here? So I had to work up the doll again, and I just, but I think I've worked out the kinks finally. So now I'm just going through and getting pictures of the dolls and writing every last little bit of notation, because this is a trio of patterns that was commissioned from me. And she said as long as she gets it before December, and I plan to get it to her well before December. My hope is that tomorrow I'll be done with all the editing, and then I can give it to her, and then she can say, okay, I like this, but I don't like this, and I can make some revisions, and she'll have her final draft, hopefully, by the end of the week. So there's that. Tommy got my advent calendar for me. We get each other advent calendars now. It's been a couple of years we've been doing that, yeah? Yeah. Tommy's sitting over on his computer right now. So I haven't gotten his because I plan to get his locally, but he got mine now so that we'd be sure to have it before the 1st of December. And it's called the Ultimate Rock, Mineral, and Fossil Activity Set, or Activity Kit, excuse me, 24 genuine specimens. However, it was advertised as a different version of the advent calendar that National Geographic put out a while back and sold out of. And the label on the side of the box shows that this was made or put together, assembled in China. So, and they don't have National Geographic on there, they just have the rectangle that National Geographic uses in their logo, because of course, if it's just a yellow rectangle, they can't say, oh, that's our label, you can't use that. So I suspect it is a knockoff. I had Tommy inspect, I looked away while he opened the box and looked at the tray of specimens to say, are the stones damaged? Because they're rattling around. You could hear it when I picked up the box. They're pretty rattly in there, which says to me, through all that shipping, that the rocks would have been tumbled and those that are more brittle are going to crumble to pieces. But he said they looked okay. He said they didn't look like, grade A, but I can take grade B or even grade C, as long as it's stones that I don't have. And the point is that Tommy loves me enough to get me a bunch of rocks for Christmas. Which he's done before, as those of you that have watched this are well aware. And we have not finished the sculptures that we began together, and we ought to do that. Tommy, I'm looking at you.
Yep. Thought about it for a minute.
Well, thinking about it and actually doing it are two different things.
No, I thought I was going to do it soon.
Yeah. So hopefully we'll get to do it soon, since Tommy's in agreement that we should finish those sculptures. There isn't actually a lot left on them, but, when you're sculpting, you want to get it to look just the way you want it. And that can take time, so. Let's see. Still chugging away at the blanket that I bartered for. Well, I basically sent her an offer to make her the blanket, and she bartered some stones. As you can see, I've gotten 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 rows of dragonflies, and 1, 2, 3, 4 screens worth of the width. It is going to be a twin size comforter, so it is taking me a little bit longer than I mean for it to. But after I finish this pattern, I will not be accepting more commissions so that I can focus on this blanket and get it done. And of course have time to make the Christmas presents that I plan to make. I probably am going to buy more this year than I wanted to. I'd prefer to make the presents, but it takes time, and I was busy most of this year, and also injured and also sick, and you know how it goes. So I'm biting the bullet, and I will be purchasing gifts for some of my family, but most of them will get handmade gifts, and that'll be fun. I'm not going to talk about them because Tommy's right there. Oh, let's see. We were going to play Warhammer 40k, and I had a setback emotionally and didn't get to play it. So Tommy is going to... I had an idea just before I started recording that we should hang the tripod from the ceiling, and then we can record ourselves or even stream ourselves playing Warhammer 40k against each other. As those of you that follow me know, I play the Battle Sisters, the Sororitas Adeptus Sororitas, is that how it's said?
Yep.
I'm still learning about them, so this will give me more of an inclination to play Warhammer 40k. We did play Kill Team that one time, and that was a load of fun. But one of the guys that we played with, he's got a new daughter, and the other guy we don't know very well. We know him through the new father. So we don't have a lot of people to play Kill Team with. Otherwise, we'd play that more. Our D&D group, we had the Halloween one-off that we have every year, and one of our players is former military, so he went through the house, and I told Tommy, he reminded me of the guy that says, oh, right up here there's an actor that's going to try and jump out and scare you when you go through the haunted house. You're like, dude, just play along. So he was all precise, and oh, that didn't really scare me. It's kind of surprising, but didn't really... It's like, boo. Also, our fog machine isn't working right. Something happened sometime between last Halloween and this current one, and it just goes like that, and it doesn't produce any smoke. It gave us a wisp when we tried to use it during the game, and nothing since. So, what do you think about that, Tommy? Well, is that fixable by us, or do we have to...
That's not really something I'm thinking about doing.
Where would we even take it to get it serviced?
Don't know.
Yeah, that's what I thought. So we're down one fog machine, which is a bummer, because that was the kind of the highlight of this Halloween one-off, was to have the fog machine. And I wanted to have it for my birthday too, but if we're not going to get it working anytime soon, then nix on that. I do have a select invite birthday party that we're going to have because this will be my 45th year of living. And I'm going to go with the Roaring 20s style theme for my birthday. So we'll have some electro swing. I want to get some champagne bottled confetti cannons. I think I said that right. It's a mouthful. They look like champagne bottles, but when they pop, then confetti comes out. So I want to get a couple of those at least. And then Nicole Brown, whom I mentioned was the darling that loaned me her sewing machine for Halloween, said I can hang on to it until we get Mom's repaired, which I may just have to go buy one instead of repairing Mom's, depending on what sewing machines cost here. It would be $100-200 in the US to get a new machine, but here that's really low end, whereas it's moderate. You know, it's a Brothers or a probably Janome, actually, you could get in the US for that price. But I don't know, so I'm gonna have to scrounge around and see what I can find, maybe something on Finn, I don't know. But in the meantime, she's being so generous and continuing to loan me her sewing machine. So I will be making myself a flapper dress and then a skirt and top combo for Mom. She said she'd wear it. I don't know if she still plans to, but she said she would when I asked, last time I asked. And then when Grandma gets to come home, I can ask if she'd like a skirt and top or just a dress or something. I got Tommy a top hat from the Halloween decorations. We cut the lame bone ribbon from it so it can be a plain top hat. And then he'll be dressing as a dapper gentleman from the 20s. Think newsy, but with a top hat, maybe a vest. And hopefully we can talk his brother into it too. So the people that have been invited to the party have the option of either coming dressed as the Roaring Twenties or in their everyday clothes, whatever they want. There'll be games and there'll be food and prizes and costume contests and all that jazz. So hopefully it'll be a really good time. I've only had a couple people respond so far, so I may have to poke and nudge people because I sent out the invites before the end of October in the hopes that when December rolls around, I'm not even celebrating on my birthday because that's not New Year's, Christmas Eve here in Norway. It's actually the day before in the US. And so no one's going to want to come to my birthday party for that. So if I invite them a couple weeks earlier, I stand a chance of people actually coming over. So it might be a really small party, but it should be a lot of fun. So I really hope people will show up. And let's see, what else is there? Tommy, do you know what else there is?
No.
He got a deck. I don't know what the name of the deck. Innistrad Midnight Hunt, which has got werewolves and stuff and vampires, I think. A little bit. I don't remember. Either way, he got it so that I could beef up my Liliana deck. No, the Scarab God deck. Yep, the one with the zombies. So that'll be fun. If we ever get around to swapping out the cards. There's so much we've got going on, and it's not going to get less busy as the holidays approach. Yeah, so on a personal note, I've been eating less than I previously have. My stomach has felt fuller sooner, and I make myself stop even if it's delicious. It's really hard to be a kitchen witch who is also a foodie who is also diabetic. What a combo. But, you know, I do my best. And, oh, Tommy, I saw Ketil today. Shout out to Ketil. He was heading to physical therapy, and I was coming out of the doctor's office. He almost didn't recognize me because he was looking down at his phone. But I'm like, hi, and he's like, oh, it's you. And I'm like, yeah, it's me. So one of our good pals who likes to run Magic the Gathering drafts, and he likes to play Commander with us. He's generally a swell guy. So shout out to Ketil. Also, shout out to the Broasaurus, who is a friend of mine from Idaho. He's a friend of everybody, you know, he loves everybody. We love him. And he gave us a shout out on his Discord when we were streaming this weekend while playing Diablo 2 Resurrected, which was a lot of fun, by the way. So yeah, if Tommy has time between now and 9, he will set up the tripod for us so that we can possibly stream while we play some Warhammer 40k. If not, we'll just have a regular HCAD Aftershow episode, and we might just stream while playing. I'm looking at him, that's why I'm looking off screen. We might just play Diablo 2 Resurrected again and pick up where we left off. We're on Act 3 now? Yeah. So, spoilers for people who haven't played through or don't know anything about Diablo 2. We're playing Act 3 of Diablo 2 Resurrected if we aren't able to play Warhammer 40k tonight during the after show. But that's all I've got for you guys today.